budget 2017-18, the entire budget. It's not we summarize, it is the finance minister have said that this budget have 10 themes. So just have an idea what are the 10 themes of. Now when I'll discuss this 10 theme, just relate it with your syllabus, because your entire syllabus is covered in under this. Means all the economy topic is covered under this 10 themes. So the finance minister have said that the entire budget you can classify under 10 theme, one by one we will study. The first is about farmers. See, there are lot of features are there, but what is important for you is, no, okay, before going to this 10 themes, a very important thing which I want to discuss is, while before our finance minister start the budget presentation, he has discussed global challenges. He has discussed the present global challenges, especially India facing. That one you can see is, so 3 global challenges what he discussed, the 3 global challenges he discussed. One is US Federal Reserve. See, we will discuss everything in detail later. Their US Federal Reserve's monetary policy, or you can say they are tightening. They are going to tighten the monetary policy. This is one global challenge. This is now Trump after coming into power is going to change the entire global relationship. Now we have to see that how it is going to impact India. So because of Trump, when he is going to do so much things to US economy, where there will be more money flow will be there, what the US bank, US central bank, US Federal Reserve is what? US central bank. US Federal Reserve will start tightening the interest policies over there. Means in the sense that the interest rate in US will increase. Once the US interest rate will increase, what will happen? The foreign inflows which have come to all the developing countries or emerging markets, they will go to, because they will feel that okay, I am going, say with the less risk, I am going to get a better return in US. Then there is a chance that there will be a foreign outflow will be there from the emerging markets. So that is a threat. That's a big threat regarding US Federal Reserve, which we will be discussing later on. Regarding US Federal Reserve, we will discuss. Yes, silent it. Now second is another challenge is regarding commodity prices. See, global challenges means the government can't have any control over it. Can the government do anything in relation to US Federal Reserve policy? No. Regarding commodity prices, try to understand, we are basically a commodity importer. We import lot of commodity, especially we are more worried about oil prices, oil as a commodity. You have seen that recently OPEC and non-OPEC members have come up with a deal, okay, and how it is already we have seen that oil prices coming up. So the finance minister is concerned. Why? In the last 2 years we were so happy because oil prices were low, and it benefited both taxes. Yes or no? The government have imposed lot of excise duty on petroleum products. Government is concerned because once the petroleum price will increase, can you increase, then the people will shout at you, you have to decrease the excise duty to match the price. Second thing is that subsidy. Petroleum subsidy, if the price is high, the subsidy will increase. So subsidy component and tax excise duty component will get affected in relation to our budget. So this is again a very, and again this commodity price, especially the oil price, is another challenge which he discussed while presenting the budget. Third he discussed is in relation to the growing protectionism. So it's a different thing. It's now there is a anti-globalization wave is happening all around the world. It's seen that Trump now says that US is withdrawing from Trans-Pacific Partnership. Then he has increased the H1B visas fees. All these things we'll discuss. Actually, now every country is trying to protect. Now once US started doing it, other countries started following it up, or demand have started coming. So it is, see, protectionism is against globalization. Now if every country started protecting themselves, then there will be no foreign inflow. The trade will get restricted. So these are the three global challenges the finance minister discussed while presenting budgets. Just have an idea. And this global challenges, why? Now my question is, why finance minister have discussed only three? There are other global challenges also, like terrorism, like that. But why he didn't discuss about that? He's discussing from the economic point of view, how it will affect our budget. Okay, these three global challenges will have a big impact on our economy. So these three are very important for your mains and prelims point of view. These three global challenges, how it will happen, it's important mainly for your mains point of view. Mainly for your mains. So you can get a question from it. Lot of news is happening in relation to these three areas. If you see every day, one way or another, one of these global challenge is in news, because it is having an impact on our economy. So that's one part. Second thing, he has, what the finance minister have said is that the two very important changes he have made, he has used this word, very important, two tectonic policy initiatives taken by the government. This word he has used, two tectonic policy initiatives the government have taken last year. One is GST. GST have been passed. So GST implementation is considered to be a very important policy initiative. Second is this government's dearest demonetization. So these are the two tectonic policy initiatives taken by this government. So these two have become very, very important for you, for your mains, for your interview, and for prelims also. Okay. Now regarding GST implementation, we'll discuss. Now regarding demonetization, one way or another, while discussing budget, it has been reflected in every major areas. Yes or no? So just have a broad idea. What I am telling is that, see, what the finance minister have discussed in the budget is not only from your economy point of view, it's important from your other subject also. Just have an idea. So you can expect an essay, because on demonetization, on GST, or on these global challenges. So just link it and relate it, and you can expect a question also from different topics of GS 1, 2 and 3. Okay, just have a broad idea. Now we'll go to the major themes, the 10 themes. The 10 themes taken by the government, means broadly classified by the finance minister. Theme 1, 10 themes. Theme 1, for farmers. First theme, for farmers. For farmers, what the government have done. The major thing is in relation to giving credit. Farmers, you know that agriculture credit is very important. So it's the government have increased agricultural credit. So that's not important for you, will see it. But regarding this concept of soil health card. So agriculture teacher will discuss you. That's a very important initiative taken by the, what is that? Soil health card. You know the importance of a soil for a farmer, and the health of the soil is very important. Okay, so if the soil is healthy, it will produce more. Yes or no? So that, just have an idea. Then in relation to see, there is a topic what is called as, see here what all things I am telling is that will be discussed in future classes, but have an idea why it is important and have an idea how it is related with your syllabus. Now the government is planning to come with a, see these are all, he will do it in this year. The government will come with a model law on contract farming. Just a proposal have been made. Okay. Now for contract farming to happen, see, you need to understand the concept. So anyway, agriculture, current affair, this will come. What is that? Concept of contract farming. Now there will be lot of article on it, because once the government will come with this law, this is why there is no discussion on model law on contract farming, because the model law have not been out. Once it is out, why there was a discussion on FIBB, affordable housing and other sector? Because it was out. You have, people know it, what is there. But regarding this, no idea regarding how the law will be. Once the law will be there, discussion will be there. But since we have used this word contract farming, like UPSC have asked earlier, what is mixed farming, like that? Understand the meaning of it. Just have an idea. Now regarding this, he has suggested a dairy processing fund. Dairy processing infra fund. Dairy processing infra fund. Just have an idea. Okay, is it there in your syllabus? Yes. Economics of animal rearing is there. Economics of animal rearing is there in your syllabus, main syllabus. So it is. Then there is a dedicated micro irrigation fund. See, your fund is, see, the allotment is not important. It has come dedicated micro irrigation fund. Now what is this micro irrigation? Is irrigation is there in your syllabus? Yes. Irrigation nowadays, UPSC is asking in prelims question regularly, different types of irrigation. So this micro irrigation fund is important for you. Details will come, the government will come up with more technical then. So then there is long-term irrigation fund in relation to NABARD. So all the farmer really, see, just try to understand, if you see the syllabus, out of the 10 modules in your main syllabus, 3 chapters, I am not taking land reforms, other than that, 3 chapters are there in relation with your agriculture. It talks about irrigation, it talks about subsidy or food security, it talks about subsidies like that, it talks about irrigation like that. So if you are very clear with your syllabus, then once you see a news, you will understand, yeah, it's there in my syllabus, so I have to study. And we have a strategy. What is that? We know the question paper pattern also, how UPSC asks questions in relation to prelims and mains. Then things will become much more easy for you. So by allotting this soil health card initiative, by having a dedicated micro irrigation fund, then supporting long term irrigation, and then giving huge credit facility for the farmers, and then having a dairy processing infra fund, by supporting this dairy sector, the government, so these are the major initiative taken in this budget for farmers. Then in relation to rural population, there comes a rural population. We'll see it, how this, what all the steps taken for rural population. For rural population, one is in relation to, when you will study poverty. Poverty is there in your syllabus? It's there in GS1, it's there in GS2 also. Don't worry, I'll be taking poverty. So, in order to, you know that India is still a poor country. Lot of people are living below poverty line. For them, the government have introduced a mission, what is called as Mission Antyodaya, where it says that by a particular year, that is by 2019, it will ensure that 1 crore household will be lifted out of poverty. This is what this mission says about. So details is not available, but it's a decision taken by the government in relation. Then in relation to National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, the government have allotted fund. So that is again for that rural population. Then which we already discussed, Prime Minister Awas Yojana. Prime Minister Awas Yojana Gramin is for rural area only. That fund have been increased from 15,000 crore to 20,000 crore. Then it has a vision, like, so it's not important, just have an idea that but for interview candidate it's very important. 100% village electrification. So till now we are not fully electrified. So 100% village electrification by 2018. So it's about details, how the government will do, how much fund. So not for your, from your prelims point of view, this is not important. From your prelims point of view is this mission, from the rural population point of view, this is important. Mission Antyodaya. If the spelling is wrong, leave it. Then Prime Minister Awas Yojana. As usual, NREGA is very important. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee. That is for the rural population. Now for the youth. Third theme is, so first is farmer, then rural population, third is youth. For the youth, especially their education, again basically you know that, okay, education is there in your syllabus in GS2, education is there. Then there is a topic called human resources also, under social justice you will study. Now in relation to, I had already posted an article also that in relation to education, there is a big change in this year's budget. It has given importance to, more than allocation, it is focusing on learning outcome. So this budget clearly says that, okay, in order to focus on the youth, what says that there will be a system of measuring annual learning outcome. So this is one of the initiative taken for the youth, that there will be a system of measuring every annually. So this you can use it for your essay, and this you can bring for your GS2 topic under education. So this is another initiative taken by the, then few things like, see, it will come in the news, not from your mains point, not from your prelims point of view, from your mains point of view. Government have proposed a national testing agency, like where it will conduct test, presently being done by CBSE and ICSE, other things they conduct. So that will be replaced. Then for the youth, youth require skills to get better employment. So for them, skill centers will be set up. Just have an idea, but major initiative for them is in relation to this thing, that there will be a system to measure annual learning outcome. Already an editorial have come and I have posted in the mains article group also. So regarding youth, this thing is there. Then regarding the poor and underprivileged, the fourth theme, the fourth area where he has given initiative, the finance minister have given initiative, is for the poor and underprivileged. In India, who are the most underprivileged? It is there in your syllabus. It is there in GS2 and GS4. Weaker sections in GS2 also it's mentioned, and in GS4 somewhere it is saying that you should have compassion towards the weaker sections. First you should know the weaker section. Who's the most weaker section in India? Woman. So, and which is the most, you had seen different types of violence, it's not ending. New forms of violence is coming, you are hearing. Okay, so the government want to make the woman a Shakti. So Mahila Shakti Kendra is much of fund. It's not from the budget point of view. So the government have proposed a Mahila Shakti Kendra with 500 crores corpus. Women are saying that it's not sufficient. Okay, then actually already we had discussed that. That is for Mahila Shakti Kendra. Then under here only this affordable housing. Affordable housing will come under for the poor and underprivileged only. We already discussed. our affordable housing has been given infrastructure status. So this Mahila Shakti Kendra is very important. Giving affordable housing and infrastructure status is very important. So then other things are there for senior citizen and all these things, but that's not important for you. For you, these two. Now what I am saying, why I am discussing and just giving a hint is that before your prelims, you should know all these things. It will be coming in the newspaper. Whenever a news comes on Mahila Shakti Kendra, already we have discussed in relation to affordable housing giving an infrastructure status. You need to be thorough with it. What are the core points? Why the government have done all these things? Rest of things, even though it's there in the budget, it's not that important from your examination point of view. Now the other thing is for the infrastructure. It's very important. Infrastructure. This next theme is on infrastructure. Infrastructure is there in your syllabus? Yes? Now, when you talk about infrastructure, you see railways is there in your syllabus. Now, what is the specialty of railways this year? In relation to budget, railway budget was merged with the union budget. Now, earlier the railway minister have to allot fund. Now, the union finance minister have to. So, in what is the major problem in relation to railways in the last 1 year? Major news, railway safety. Again, rail accidents is happening. So, a special fund for railway safety. Okay, then like lot of investment has been made to revive railways. Just have an idea. So, a lot of initiatives have been taken. So, you will be studying under infrastructure. When railways will be taken under infrastructure, it will be covered, and current affairs will be given separately for railways. So, few budget initiatives are taken, but most important is for passenger safety. Passenger safety. Then airport is there in your syllabus? Yes or no? And I have already posted Airport Authority of India. Airport is there in your syllabus. So this it means that Airport Authority of India is also important. Airport Authority of India Act will be amended. Are you reading these articles? Why I have posted these articles? It's there in your syllabus. I have posted an article saying that this act will be amended to monetize the land. Basic purpose of amending this act is that Airport Authority of India is having lot of land in urban areas. After armed force, after railways, the largest land in urban areas is with Airport Authority of India. It will be monetized and we can bring lot of development, infrastructural development over there in Airport Authority of India. In airport region, near to airports. So that's the reason why this act has been amended. No more news will come on it, but you will be studying detail because it's explicitly mentioned in your main syllabus. It's important for your prelims and mains. Lot of article you will get it from it. Airport Authority of India Act, why it is amended. That's very important. Now there is a regarding this, which you will be studying under IT, Bharat Net program. You will get articles on it. Bharat Net. To improve digital connectivity infrastructure, 10,000 crore have been allotted in this budget. Now see, there is an initiative called DigiGov. Your IT teacher will discuss this. Digi means digital. Initiative has been launched, but more detail is not available. So it will come soon. Then we'll discuss that. Okay, so these are the major things, initiatives given in this year's budget. The next theme that's very, very important, which is our favorite theme, financial sector. Sixth one, financial sector. Financial sector. Under financial sector, so this was the sixth theme he has discussed. Already one important thing under financial sector we have discussed. What is that? Today we have discussed FIPB, foreign investment. For the major decision under financial sector, we have discussed that Foreign Investment Promotion Board to be abolished. Then when I will discuss capital market, that's very important. Commodities market are there. So that's your next topic. After next we will be discussing capital market. There I will discuss commodity market. In relation to commodity market, what the government have done is that, see, there is a concept called as derivatives. So for in order to promote the commodity market, what is, you already know a commodity. I told you that there is a global problems in related to in the second challenge. Challenge is about commodities like oil and other things. See, I told you we are basically a importer, commodity importer. So in order to promote commodity market in India, as part of financial sector reforms, the government have set up a panel to study legal framework for spot and derivative markets. For whom? We have a spot and derivative market for shares and other financial instruments. For commodities, what is spot market, what is derivative market, we will be discussing in the coming class on capital market. Don't worry, but just giving an idea, these are important because it is explicitly mentioned in your budget, and this panel will be coming in use, and this commodity market will become again, already it's in important current affair, it will come again because of this thing. Now regarding, again it's in relation to public sector undertaking, the government is planning to list more public sector undertakings. The government will come with more listing. Again, what is listing? It is listing in the stock exchange. We'll discuss how listing is done, what is the purpose and like that. Then the government is coming with new exchange trade fund as part of disinvestment. Again, exchange trade fund will be discussed in capital markets, very important current affair. Already lot of articles have been posted. Exchange traded fund are very important. So government, why the government is telling that government exchange traded fund is going to come? Government is soon to launch a public sector enterprises exchange traded fund. So it is mentioned in the budget. So we will be studying it. So these are then like earlier thing, some funding has been given for Stand Up India, which was a prelims question. Stand Up India was announced in the last budget. Let's say Stand Up India question comes. Okay, then Mudra Yojana, all these things we will be studying under capital market, don't worry. But for them more funding has been given. But these are the major initiatives like commodity market, FIPB, which we already discussed, and PSC improvement in order to bring public sector undertakings more accountable. Government thinks that listing public sector enterprises will ensure more accountability, because they have to be more transparent in relation to their accounts as part of listing. And regarding this, by coming up with second or the new exchange traded fund, the government can attain that target of disinvestment target within that time bound manner. So now, unlike earlier disinvestment target, the government this time is having a huge target. Yes or no? Around 74,000 crore is the government is planning to raise through disinvestment. You know, regarding disinvestment, it is a non-debt capital receipt. Okay. Now regarding this, so by using exchange traded fund, the government is trying to mop up more fund. Means this target will be achieved. So that's important under. So these are the major important thing in relation to financial sector. Seventh is about digital economy. So the term is very important. Digital economy. Already UPSC asked a question in essay last year. Digital economy. It's a favorite theme of the government. Digital. So what do you mean by digital economy? Where digital transactions will be there, cashless economy. So in order to do that, what the government have done is, first thing is that the government is saying that the government will come with, it's not saying that, the government is going to launch 2 new schemes to promote BEAM. You know BEAM, na? BEAM app. Okay, so that is one thing. So what that schemes will be, the government will come. Then, so BEAM application can be used only, so basically it is for digital transaction. It can be, you should have a phone. Without phone, can you use BEAM? You need a phone. Now think about a person who are not having phone. Then for them, the government is coming with Aadhaar Pay. So beam for people who are having phone. So as part of digital economy, the government is coming with beam. 2 new schemes will come. Then those who are not having phone, for them it will be Aadhaar Pay, which will government started project. Now what is this Aadhaar Pay? You will be having, now try to understand, almost more than 90% of Indians is now having Aadhaar number. If government will get everyone with their Aadhaar number, and you can go to shop and give your Aadhaar number with your any either you through use your fingerprint, you can transact your money from your bank account. That is Aadhaar Pay. Technical means more details will come. So basically again, so no need to carry cash. So in future, your shops will be having one side Paytm, one side debit card, then Aadhaar Pay. Everything will be there. You have the option. No cash. They'll say, sir, no cash. we don't take cash here. Safety. So that's the concept of making India in future a digital economy. So more details will be coming in relation to. Then already very important thing is there, which I'll be discussing. There is a for digital payment, a committee already have been set up and it has given recommendation. Vatal committee. So their recommendation, digital payment recommendation, they will be implementing it. So we'll discuss what are the major recommendations of Vatal committee on digital payment. So it has been mentioned here. And then the government will be discussing a payment to ensure digital payment, a payment regulatory board will be set up. We'll discuss under money and banking current affair. A payment regulatory board, as the term suggests, it will be set up under RBI. Set up under RBI. So what it will be its function? It's a regulatory board for what? For payments. So the Payment and Settlement Act will be amended. We'll discuss under the current affair, money and banking current affairs. So these are the decisions taken by the government under digital economy. Then public services. Term such as public to, next theme is on public, 8th theme, public services. Now for public services, what all initiatives this budget have taken? The major initiative is in relation to, if you see that, we'll be studying again, for economic defaulters like Malya. For economic defaulters who have taken loan and not giving back, what the government is going to introduce, we are not known about this, government is planning to introduce a law to confiscate these economic defaulters. So it is proposed in this budget. So in this year, the government will come with a law to confiscate economic, even though regarding bank defaulters there is a law, but for all other economic defaulters like people who don't pay tax, evade tax, they also be once the government knows it, they'll come and, so for that, so that's why this term, general term called economic defaulters, for all the economic defaulters, the government will confiscate their property, and for that the government will come with a law. So that is whatever the initiative taken. Then as part of what it's saying is that regarding this passport, now you know that to ensure that passport services, this budget says that now onwards the head post office, HPO, head post office will be converted will be also from HP also, head post office also, you can use for passport service, passport related services, head post office can be used. So that is again, passport service is a public service. So these are the two, see there are other things are there which is not that important for you, but these are the two very important initiative taken by the government in this budget to promote public services. That is the defaulters. So once the government get their property, it will be added to the government income. Yes or no? The government can use it for welfare expenditure. So in that way it is a public service. So it's government is attaching property of whom? Defaulters only. People who have lot of money, illegal money, nothing wrong in it. So appreciate it. So that is regarding That's regarding the major public services initiative. Even though there are a lot of initiatives are there, that's not that much important for you. But these two initiatives are very important. You will get lot of news on it. Then again another, which we already discussed, that is on fiscal management. 9th one. We already discussed regarding fiscal management in the last session. 9th theme is on fiscal management. As part of it, we know that, okay, the government have set a target for fiscal deficit 3.2% for 2017-18. Revenue deficit, the target is 1.9%. So two important target has been set as part of fiscal management. And this year, very important, there will be consolidated outcome budget. We will discuss in detail. I am expecting this for your mains. Consolidated outcome budget for every ministry. This year onwards, it's a must that every ministry should come with a outcome budget. Earlier, the ministry can say that, okay, this much fund is used. Now the finance will ask come, where is the outcome? Okay, you have spent 1000 crore. Okay, I am not seeing it. What changes it has made? What outcome it has made? Earlier it was only outlay, 10,000 crore spend. See the infrastructure, see the school, they will say that now take about school. School, everything is ready. Now tell me the outcome. How is your school? The school children, have they benefited? Is their education outcome is different? So that's why that even in the education itself, that they will look into the learning outcome. Okay, better school have been provided, computer have been provided, very good. Now, is the student know how to operate the computer? No, so whether by using the computer, are they gaining access? Whether e-education is possible by having a computer, like that. So things will change. So for not only for education, every ministry have to say that, okay, you have taken this much of fund. Now tell me, show the outcome. Show the outcome. The rural development ministry have taken this much of crore. I have spent for NREGA. Now what output means, not output, outcome it should show. Whether it has built something, and with that whether it is benefiting that sections of the people who are where that infrastructure have been built. So outcome budget. Now see the why I am saying it will come for your mains. Because one of your module talks about government budgeting. Out of the 10 module, one module is government budgeting. And outcome budget is the latest concept introduced in relation to government budgeting by 2017-18. So what is an outcome budget? What are the benefits of outcome budget in relation to the earlier budget which we have performed? So we will discuss, don't worry. So that's in relation to, these are the three major initiatives in relation to fiscal management, and the last one is in relation to tax administration. So for tax administration, the last theme is on tax administration. Last theme is on tax administration. Few things we already studied in relation to tax administration. Regarding income tax slab, you know, SME tax have been, say income tax slab, mainly what is the major changes made in the income tax slab? For the income from 2.5 to 5 lakh, slab have been reduced from 10% to, regarding surcharge, income from 50 lakh to 1 crore, new surcharge have been introduced, that is of 10%. Now for the corporate firms, for the small corporate firms, means company, small firms with a turnover up to 50 crore, their corporate tax is 25%. Then in order to see all these things which we had studied, like transparency in electoral funding, political funding. So as part of tax administration, we have brought transparency in electoral funding by restricting the cash donation up to 2000, by introducing electoral bond. So these are all part of, and actually this statement, finance minister says that, he said this word, if you see the income expenditure pattern of India, what is this income and expenditure pattern of India? The income pattern means, it says that, see here, I'll give you the expenditure pattern. It says that this much of lakhs of car is been sold or brought in India, and see the number of taxpayers. Taxpayers and the people who buy car is not matching. The people who buy car is more than the taxpayers. So if you see the income, now you see the income also, how much the income you get and how much you tax pay. If you see the income and expenditure pattern of India, we can say one thing: we are a tax. India is a tax non-compliant society. This word is used. You can use it in Indian society in relation to this. Now you can use it in Indian society. Now, if you look into the income and expenditure pattern, what does it mean? We are not compliant in relation to paying tax. So in order to change this scenario, what the government have planned is, that's why the government by using this word only, the finance minister says that that's why we have come up with demonetization. Now after demonetization, that's why we are going to make India a digital economy. What will happen? I mean, now everything is under every transaction. Now I read a news 2 days back. It's telling the employer, if you have an employee, okay, above, if your income, even for your driver, if his income is above 10,000, don't give him cash. Transfer to his account. So actually what will happen is that these transactions will be recorded, and in this data, see, in IT you will study this data mining. If you have now we are an IT superpower, yes or no? So by using data mining, by using this data analytics in relation to transactions, we can easily catch people who are not paying taxes, but their expenditure pattern is different. So they will see it. Now be very careful when you use if you are not paying taxes and using your earlier only credit card. So people don't use it. Now things have changed. Now everything is under all digital we are shifting to a digital economy where most of the transaction will be digital transaction. As part of it, what the government have done? Government have restricted cash transactions, yes or no? This budget says that now onwards 3 lakh and above cash transaction is illegal. Just keep this is one of the major initiatives of this budget. Now you can have maximum of 3 lakh in cash. So beyond that, so this is all these things is mainly in relation to improving the tax administration. So this you keep in mind. So we discuss. So as part of dealing with black money, only the government have made this restriction of no more cash transaction above rupees 3 lakh. So this is in relation to the then rest of the things I think we have discussed regarding this political funding, all these things. And then just one more point, just regarding charitable trust also. I told you for political parties, cash donation is limited to 2,000. Same amount is for charitable trust in cash. So it is very easy. In cash, for charitable trust also, that restriction is. So we have, see, in order to deal with black money, as part of under tax administration, we have restricted cash transactions. In relation to political party donation, you can give 2,000 only in cash. For charitable trust, only 2,000. Then for that, we are saying that if you want to donate in politics, you either use check or digital transaction, or you can use another instrument called electoral bond. So these are the, then by using these initiatives, government want to change this society, a tax non-compliant society to a tax compliant society. So these are the major 10 themes. What all things which we discussed, there will be a lot of news will be coming in few days. Just update it, you'll get few questions from it. Thank you.